You know, you do make a great point where these are okay. Well, actually, toxicity. Do you feel like players are comfortable enough on that map yet?
Don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
See, and I answer on what I know about rather than what I don't know about.
Come again?
Nothing.
Because with toxicity, I think CZM. He has certain areas where he's strong. I feel like if his railgun is really on, I would say he's maybe a little bit weak near the red armor, which of course is sort of a death trap. So you need to pretty much know exactly where your opponent is,
yep.
and in order to risk going to get it, because it's very dangerous to get. So
see, Noctis even types in chat. He can win. It's
no problem.
TDM counts. CZM, see you in TDM. Yeah, Noctis will see you in TDM.
Yeah.
CZM on the end of his crosshair. Despite actually, I think CZM by far probably going to be the best American TDM player here, and hopefully he's not from Canada or something. I've upset a lot of people, but of course he's not. All right. He's
so
American.
Since we're still waiting on M3, so let's do sort of a basic tour of the map while we're waiting.
Yeah, show me around.
And there we go. And I'm going to hop out. We're going to take a look at the red armor that will spawn here. We've got item timers on the left-hand side of the screen. The players in-game will not see those timers. This is just for the spectators to check out.
Only some, but they're very naughty.
Yeah. Okay, so red armor will spawn here on this platform. And the next most important item, I would say, is the Mega Health, which spawns right here. We're about to see it picked up, and it spawns every 35 seconds. Armor spawns every 25.
Yep.
The last big item is the yellow armor, which we will just see as we play in the game. We have gone live with Noctis and CZM, and once again, in case you're wondering, I am GreasedScotsman, and my co-host is Too Good. We already have, most importantly, Railgun and Lightning Gun in CZM's hands, and he hits that first initial rail.
Yeah, there it is. He's 100% Railgun. Oh my God. The stories were true. So one railgun for one, and CZM takes the lead. He's now below 50. Oh my God, the universe will explode. But doing a nice bit of damage here, and CZM got to be careful about crossing, but nicely done. I think CZM's in a real good position right now, and that's a great route to cut down the Mega, and he's going to get the kill. And look at this, the Mega's going to spawn. Sorry, not cut down the Mega, cut down the yellow armor area, and he's just got an absolute death grip on this map. Very unfortunate that Noctis came through and lucked out on that rocket. But he's going to come back through, and he won there. CZM needs to get on this red, needs to take the 225.
Yeah, he's pretty weak here. I don't think, I think Noctis might try to do a little peak damage. He's going to come in for the rail and hits it, but CZM's able to recover with a rail of his own.
But this is great for Noctis because there's no help out of it.
Exactly.
There's like there's nothing, and Noctis knows that Mega's up. Okay, Noctis could have maybe known Mega's up, but he's very charitable. He's a very nice man.
Right, so actually, I would say, it might have been kind of risky considering where CZM was, but Noctis missing out on that Mega. It's a pretty big deal.
I think he's waiting for it.
Yeah,
Please don't tell me he's waiting for it.
So he's off. Yeah, this is pretty huge
No, I don't
mistake.
think he's waiting for it.
No CZM's getting a free red out of it.
Well, no, I don't think he was waiting for it. I think he was just looking to do damage. So Noctis, despite unfortunately not taking the kill, not taking the Mega after the frag, has just hit two crazy railguns, and there's a third. Oh my God!
Yeah.
And CZM just took a little bit of his own medicine that he was throwing out at the beginning there, and it didn't taste so good that time. As Noctis brings it to a 2-2 game, eats a grenade. But of course this RA is going to be up. Got to be slightly careful. Nice rocket. He's way ahead in health and armor here, Noctis. So he doesn't have to be too careful. But he's got to look to do some damage, and there it is. And I'm surprised he's not going to be able to finish this one up a little bit easier. But that was still a very clean kill, and Noctis will take the lead.
Unfortunate spot for CZM, of course, already getting railed right off the spawn, and no armor on that side of the map for the next 12 seconds. Noctis has pretty much a choice to make between red armor and apparently bouncing on grenades for no reason whatsoever, but that actually allows CZM to grab the Mega.
Yeah, well, you can't. It's very hard to control the whole map this time. I think CZM actually has, a real good grip for a moment, but then just random come through a teleporter, flick rocket from Noctis shook him off at what could have been like a 6-0 lead. So, big plays by Noctis to keep this one, in his favor. But the current state of the game, Noctis picking up this red is going to be so far ahead of CZM that this next frag should come pretty easy. Noctis shouldn't be giving up the Mega, and if he does give up the Mega, he's a fool, but he doesn't, and he comes in, gets the kill with the LG, and CZM's got to really think about how he's now going to play the game, because he has a timer on Mega, he doesn't have a chance to go into red, and because he's been railed, he's got to be so careful with little health and armor he already has. So he's trying to do damage, but it's going to be so scary for him because one railgun shot just like that is going to put Noctis, you know, hungry for another frag. And I think it's coming here.
Yeah, he smells the blood. He's trying to move in. CCM hiding behind the pillars here, makes the move.
Great job by CCM.
Yeah, and that's a great job, exactly, minimizing the damage he takes and hits another rail. Noctis here is actually far weaker than he should be. He's got to get Mega and Red in quick succession to replenish.
Got to give it up to CCM in that situation. Had nothing and now has, you know, yellow. Railgun, rocket launcher. He's a little bit low on ammo. He's actually got 0 now, but he kept his life and didn't die. And despite this encounter here, I think CCM can still get away with it. And that is superb play. And that's the kind of play that's going to win you a game because he's not giving up the frags. And you know, he's now got 100 armor, so Noctis,
great rocket.
I think Noctis is going to be a little bit shaken just by how well, you know, CCM played that, but there's a nice rocket to railgun combo, and that's really going to hurt CCM, so once again, on the back foot. I don't know if he's going to survive this time.
And I would say most importantly is that Noctis has taken no damage whatsoever after dishing out, you know, well over 100. CCM's on the run. Noctis is chasing in for the kill and should be able to. Oh, you can hear CCM screaming, and it's going to be an overkill with the rail to put CCM down 5-2, Noctis' favor.
Yep. And so far, Noctis looking good, just kind of controlling the map. And that's one thing I wanted to point out before was his control is really what, you know, his control is what's going to separate him from CCM, and we were talking about CCM's positioning and how he can do damage, and definitely, you know, you can also see his survival methods for some part of the game were superb, but it's just not enough, because once Noctis gets this healthy, which is what we worried about on other maps, you can see why we worry about it, because he's 185, 100, he's got CCM cornered again.
Well, and on top of that, I mean, Noctis is able to pick up every single item on the map, and now
he's still got red.
Yeah,
and he's got red behind him, so he can take a little bit of damage, and you know, he's just going to extend himself out. You might see him just back away and look to take this Mega. He's got to worry about his opponent crossing, but lucky for him, he was down by the yellow, so Noctis, you know, has had that red armor up for a good 10 to 15 seconds, but just doesn't need it until now. And but he's actually got Mega and Red spawning at the same time, so as long as CCM doesn't hit back-to-back railguns, Noctis is... I mean, it's more about who hits the rails now, because I think that CCM's back in the game. So finally, kids, you're very excited for those who wanted it to matter. Aim now does matter, because it's all about the railgun shots, and they hit one each.
Indeed. So, and actually, I'm going to switch over to CCM's point of view, because he's got the ground to make back up here. Noctis is completely plus forwarding most CCM down. So, I think we're going to switch back to CCM and turn off Follow Killer.
But really great play by Noctis, because that's the one thing you don't want CCM to do, is hit railguns and not do damage, and not just like, yeah, I've got a heavier stack and you can hit 3 railguns in a row, good job, but I'm just going to LG you down. So, brilliant play by Noctis, very smart decision making on pushing that attack as we go into an 8-2 game. We're way past the halfway mark. We are 6 minutes 30 in. Obviously it's going to be first to 10 minutes, but it already looks, Noctis looks really good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and really key there, both players hit rails, but Noctis forcing the greater stack, hitting a second indeed. CCM really has a lot to make back up here. Noctis still controlling that red. I don't think, has CCM gotten a red?
Yeah, I don't think he even remembers being... Oh my god, look at that. Noctis gets flicked with a rocket launcher and catches a pixel railgun as he's flying mid-air. We're going to have to talk about those hitboxes, but I'm sure Noctis is quite happy with it as he collects his 10th frag of the game. But yeah, certainly I think CCM, you know, being a little bit older in the Quake scene and hasn't seen red for a long time, might have forgotten it's there.
Indeed. Well, he has his first chance here. Noctis decided to go for the Mega, and actually might be his second chance now I think about it. But Noctis catches CCM with the rail, with the lightning gun, and there's the rail. I was just speaking ahead of time. That time is coming in handy. And Noctis now chasing CCM down.
I just want to point out something about Noctis. Don't like to interrupt people, but it is very important. 100% grenade launcher.
Oh, wow. That's the sign of a true pro player. Absolutely.
He trains grenade launcher vigorously. It's paying off here. 50% railgun. Definitely shaken up by the aim. CCM only down to 30. He's actually down to 13% LG, 26% railgun as he gets shut down once more. As now a 10 frag difference. Does hit a nice drop down rail. But of course, got 2 more rails to hit to get the kill here. and it's going to be a tall order for CZM, but he's finally got position. But I still think with under 2 minutes to go, not going to happen. But let's see if he can pull out some brilliance or some of the CZM I was told about with the American training team.
That's so risky to be coming up the stairs with Noctis sitting there with lightning guns.
Gotta do it.
Yeah, he has to push at this point. I mean, down by 10 frags. There's really.
I just want to see something good from him, like something that says like, oh, that's what could have happened if he got in that situation. Because right now, the map was always slowly being taken away from the 1.5 minute mark.
He never really had any solid control. I mean, everything was in Noctis' favor. CZM had maybe 1 or 2 really keen opportunities, and he was able to get frags out of them, but Noctis overall has just been in dominance.
Yeah, and it's not just his patience that we have to give credit to, because he wasn't greedy, he wasn't using, trying to overextend himself to get the frags. And look at that great kill coming out of the teleporter with a double rocket. But Noctis basically, took his stack, and just like if you watch StarCraft 2, it's like rather than get the kill on the base or go in for the kill, it's like you're ahead. Now get more ahead.
Absolutely.
And that's what Noctis did. He got ahead, and he got more ahead with the stack, and once his stack was up so high, he was really able to kind of corner, pressure, and take down CZM. So, we learned something from StarCraft 2 there.
The point you're making is really key. I think rather than getting a frag, sometimes just pressing your advantage is so important, and we can see how it pays off in dividends. 16-2 as we round out the final 10 seconds of this matchup. Noctis has cleanly taken Airwalk. Now, another thing is toxicity. I'm really curious to see how both players perform. One thing we have not seen that we were hoping to see is CZM getting a 50-60 rail, and it's more along the lines of 32% for CZM, 46% for Noctis.
Yep.
Across the board, just a fantastic damage output by Noctis.
But let's also point out as well that CZM actually fired more railgun shots than Noctis, so he was looking to hit those railgun shots, and especially when you're off control on that map as well, arrow walk, railgun can be a big defend weapon, just to stop people from getting in close. But I do believe that the next map pick is actually Noctis' map pick, because he actually says he really likes this map, and he is good at it.
Sweet. All right, I hope we're going to get right into it, get some F3s out of these guys. Have any thoughts about this map in general and kind of overall as we go live?
Huh?
Mr. Co-host, do you have any thoughts about toxicity before we go live?
No, my mind is blank.
All right. So I guess we could say Twitter has poisoned your mind. We have CZM already with a rocket launcher, mega health spawn, along with the yellow armor near the lower tally. I'm going to hop over to Noctis and see what he was able to pick up. It looks like LG rocket rail. He pretty much is stacked and ready to go. The only thing he missed out on, of course, was the mega health. So extremely stronger start for Noctis.
And just a little feedback from Twitter. Apparently, in-game sounds might be a little bit too loud, a little bit too much bass. So I don't know if you guys want to check that over via the booth, even though they're not listening to me, but we'll find out. Well, they are listening. I can see buttons being pressed. Fantastic.
Excellent.
As we go
oh my God! Fade away, rail and rocket. Noctis actually blows himself up there. But that was a nice little combo in action. We saw the rocket just sail away. Noctis able to also connect. Of course, pulling himself up. Not quite so impressive. Still 0-0.
Yeah, so the game has been reset, and definitely has been reset in terms of what both players have. CZM got 150 health, 65 ammo, doesn't have a railgun, so this situation he's really got to push with the LG. Noctis is going to come back with his LG of his own, and CZM's going to look to maybe get on the rail. We do have the mega spawning soon. CZM taking a lot of damage, and you can see if he's got the 50 there, and that's one of the the crucial healths that you want to be on top of in terms of timing. His RA is for him as well, and Noctis, look at that, comes in real fast with the LG. That RA is completely negated, and now the story is, can CZM get out of this corner? Yeah, I mean, he's totally walled in. Looks like Noctis will back off and doesn't look for a second shot. CZM does, but whiffs it. At this point in time, CZM's rocking a wow, he has yet to hit a rail, in fact. So we see yellow armor picked up down below by Noctis. He's still pretty well stacked. But this is the story again with Noctis. It's like, he could have got the frag, but maybe he's looking to get more ahead on the items. But he has left that red armor up. Now he knows that the CZM is there, and he pushes him into the toxic goo, and then he jumps out into death. So maybe he should have stayed in the toxic goo. But either way, 1-0 in favor of Noctis, and now you can see, if you're looking at Noctis' health and armor, very, very healthy, and this is how Noctis obviously likes it. And by doing so, look at that LG. I don't think he missed a beep of that. Yeah, he's currently up to 36% LG, which is a lot in a professional game when players do use LG in a spammy way to get every cell of damage that they can. And we'll look at this once again. CZM enjoying a nice bath. I was going to say bath there. Bath down in the top 6 here. 3-0, more ahead.
Well, and here's what's more interesting is the timing there to even go anywhere near RA. I mean, finally, yeah, RA spawns, but CZM was in that area before. And quite frankly, CZM knows that's death trap. I mean, even he was going on and on about it during Dreamhouse coverage, talking about how you really need to be sure if you go to get red armor that it's yours to take, and it is anything but.
But the situation that is as well is that Noctis has so much health and armor that when he goes into RA, he doesn't need to think about, oh, should I leave or should I stay? He just goes in, goes in with LG, pushes the kill, and then he's a monster. Just look at him. He's just running around the map looking to find him. And even this situation, only because now that double railgun from CZM, Noctis has got to think about, oh, wait a minute, I am vulnerable. I can actually be killed. So he's going to have to take that one, and you can see a definite change of pace, looking to get any damage possible there, Noctis, and did pretty nicely to do so. Wow, that
right out of the
teleporter. It looked like it was hidden just before he went in the teleporter, actually, which is pretty incredible because the damage calculated as he left. But yeah, Noctis now really hurt. CZM, if he gets this red, which he has, he can definitely do something. Mega is up. Noctis takes it. They're very even now. Next frag is really going to be who's either going to pull away if it's Noctis or who's going to start on the comeback if it's CZM.
Well, look at that, 2 unanswered rails. CZM hasn't even had a chance to line up a shot against Noctis before being hit twice. There's finally one to answer. All the plasma whiffs. CZM finally looking for blood. This is the turning point, the first turning point in the map, and right there, rails again from Noctis defending him. So, unlike we've seen where Noctis has been able to completely steamroll CZM, where Noctis has been able to completely steamroll CZM at red armor, Noctis just had rail out and just defended himself from afar. So
yeah, but that's it. That's how Noctis is. It's like he knows how to use advantages like that. And so the thing is, as soon as the game got even, health and armor, Noctis was gone. He wasn't seen. He was railing. But now, it's a pretty amazing frag from CZM. Rockets against the wall, down by the red armor. Mega taken by CZM as well. That's a crucial railgun. It came in before the red, so Noctis is going to leave with 100 armor. CZM has not got the advantage yet. Do not be fooled just because he got the last kill, and in fact he has no advantage whatsoever. Noctis is back on the chase. But let's see if Noctis is just going to keep it cool, try and get more ahead. But of course, with that railgun,
I think he's going to try to, if not get the kill, lock CZM. Okay, let's get the kill. But perfect timing.
That shouldn't have happened.
Because there's RA, and now the lower yellow is also up. CZM will have that to work with. He might be able to get Mega. No, he drops actually. He drops right in front of Mega. Has to rocket jump back up to it, so now he's lost all of his armor.
Yeah, CZM, he's going to take some damage here. I don't know if he's going to get out of his life, but Noctis just going to let him walk out. And that's incredible. It's just like, that's such a Noctis decision, it seems, because he only had a rocket launcher and like 90 health. So I'm surprised that happened, but Noctis is like, yeah, I'll just, don't worry about it. I'll come back and I'll get you in a minute.
Exactly. Let me set up this kill so I can get RA cleanly. I mean, it's so perfectly done.
Yeah.
Where CZM at this point, I mean, what do you think he needs to do to kind of come back? We've already passed the halfway point. He's down by 7 frags. Noctis has just taken control of red armor and Mega.
That's a nice rail.
Yeah. I mean, is it basically a string of rails to open up?
Yeah, right here it is, and that's the card he's playing. He's hit 1-2, but he's going to have to back away. And look at this. I'm actually on the CZM POV. He's on Mega 22 seconds early.
Which is scary because he must have seen it, and he rocket jumped up to it. Yeah, that's weird.
And he's even looking up to it now with 10 seconds to go, so CZM really off on his timing, cost him another frag to make a 9-1 score in favour of Noctis, and CZM's going to not only try and defend this red, but he's going to have to try and defend it versus a Noctis who's going to have Mega and a red armor that was untouched, and he's lucky to get that rocket shot as Noctis dived in a little bit too confidently, maybe. If you can even say that in Quake, confidence is a massive thing here.
CZM whiffs the crucial rail, and that would, Noctis rather whiffs the crucial rail. So CZM's able to keep pushing ahead. Oh, and wow, look at this aggression from CZM. Oh, it's a double kill, 9-1. CZM actually kills himself. He picks up a frag and also kills himself.
Yeah, horrible spawn for CZM. Only had to run to get the rocket launcher, but it does take the railgun and also the red, but definitely Noctis slightly in control. But look at that rocket! 1-2 from CZM. One more good rocket would have finished it. Noctis with 2 HP goes down, and that is just so cheeky from Noctis to attack with 2 HP basically.
CZM just cut off the access to the 50 HP though. That was pretty nice. So Noctis had to choose for the 25. Now he circles around. Yeah, great job there. And now he's got better position against CZM. He's stuck at the frag. Oh, whoa, my God! Amazing rails that are defending CZM here. Question is, will he survive it?
Yeah, well, the yellows are up.
Oh, wow. So finally, CZM getting an okay kill.
You can come back from this. You can really come back 8 frags on this, but you'd have to hit like every opening shot perfectly. So he needs to do something quickly because the red armor's up.
And he doesn't have LG to go toe-to-toe.
No, this is good because as long as he can just get onto the red and hit that defensive railgun, whoa, doesn't hit the railgun, but hits a rocket on a fadeaway. Noctis comes in. Oh, he's got to be careful.
He's got the armor.
There it is. 11-4, and a lot of items going to be up soon. We've got the 2 yellows, but what's most crucial, maybe the Mega. We'll see if CZM can get it and try and make this comeback in 1 minute 38 on the clock.
Okay, yeah, this is basically CZM's time to shine. He's got, clearly 7 frags to work through. Noctis defending himself with rail. CZM is trying to pin him. Nice exit by Noctis. That was fantastic.
Yeah, but Noctis doesn't have any armor really, so and CZM knows he's going to be trying to work the little items and really keep a distance and just keep running. So as soon as CZM hits one good shot, that is the end of Noctis' life because he shouldn't be able to work with anything here. It looks like he has picked up a yellow. Nicely done to get through the teleporter. CZM chases and that's the kill. So it was the railgun opener into the LG. If it was a railgun, maybe it was just LG damage. Either way, he didn't have enough health to survive, so Noctis is playing the clock. He's just saying, I've got the frag lead, you need to chase me, so, you can chase.
Let me stand behind the pillar and pelt you with rockets. And it is working out, and Drev's 13 health. CZM has to back off, and frankly, this is a time that CZM does not have to work with. He still has 6 frags to make up, and there's really no sign of... there is no opening for CZM. Noctis has been able to recover, has 95 armor. CZM has only 65 armor. He's actually having to force himself into a situation where he's weaker, and he's actually attacking from the weakest position. Noctis up top has easy pickings for that kill, 12-5.
Yep. And as we go into the last 20 seconds, I have to pose the question to you, Grease. Can you tell me one moment where you can remember in this game where CZM was firmly in control, like Noctis has been with the heavy armor stacks? Because I cannot.
I think he had a couple seconds of it.
I don't even think he had that.
And then Noctis hit like...
I don't even think he had a couple of seconds of either having like... double red or a mega.
Yeah, no, okay. Oh,
that's fully in control.
Pickups. Oh yeah, no, not at all.
Because that was the big difference as we go a 13-5 game, because that's something that he hasn't demonstrated here at QuakeCon CZM. Yeah, you can hit the railguns. You can shoot nice rockets in LG. You can defend and you can survive, but you cannot get a stack versus this player and use it in a way that would bring you a collective, a string of 5 back-to-back frags, because he never had that opportunity. And Noctis, he did, and because of that, his frags came so easy, and CZM's frags had to be these crazy rockets, flown off to the right, that just caught Noctis, and took him out of mid-air, or a railgun as he dropped down onto yellow armor. There was no point where Noctis fell over. Yeah,
those might be ways to create an opening, but it's not a way to completely control the match. So
big difference, difference in skill there.
I think right now, I think we might still be ahead of schedule. Let's have a look. Let's see, 3:41. Yeah, what's our schedule, Mr. Schedule Guy?
Mr. Schedule. The time is. The time is 3:41:26, and according to the Too Good clock.
And next on the schedule.
Oh yeah. Wait. The two. I have to keep you on the phone as long as possible when this happens. I make more money to the Too Good.
Yes.
So it's 3:41.
Thank you, caller.
40 at the chime. That people have been writing stuff. Someone threw over.
They responded to you're asking there.
Yeah.
All right. So DKT and Strengths, if it's still live, we're gonna hop into that.
Yeah, DKT and Strengths is a top versus
there
high
it is.
game.
All right. Go ahead and hop in. I'm already hopping in there. So yeah, basically, guys, we're gonna cover what we can.
I'm just gonna walk in if that's all right.